Good morning and welcome back to Universal Orlando Resort. We're here because there's a few major updates that have both been announced and been brought into fruition here at both studios and over at Islands. Here at studios, we have the Jaws 50th finally starting us off. And then there's also a new shop and then a couple major announcements for some stuff happening later this year. Then over at Islands, we got some How to Train Your Dragon festivities going on for the new live action movie. We're heading right into the first shop right here in studios. And as soon as you walk through the turnstiles, there is a new sweet shop here at Universal. So, new sweet shop, it's not that different from what was just across the way before. It's just, I think it used to be over here, but then it was swapped over there because this ended up being like PhotoPass, but now PhotoPass is just off to the side. So now back to a big sweet shop here at the front that I'm really glad to see because honestly, I was kind of missing it. Every once in a while I'd be walking out and I was like, man, I really like the gummy worms here. And then they wouldn't have them up here. So I'm very glad to see one back here at the front of Universal. And right across the way from that sweet shop right here at the front, they have reopened where this old sweet shop used to be. So it's just this little corner with a bunch of Universal Studios Florida 35th anniversary merch. So they have the generic merch that I actually really do like this logo. I think they did a great job with it. And they do have a cup. But then there's also the Jaws merch in here for the 50th anniversary that you can also find back in the area that we're going to be hitting back next. But just thought I would mention all that merch for Jaws and the 35th anniversary is here at the front that I think is super cool. So one major announcement here in the last couple days was Rip Ride Rocket's official closing day. So originally I believe it was announced to be in September. No longer in September, it'll be August 18th. So it will be before Horror Nights season now. So if you're planning to come down during Horror Nights early on and try to get a ride on this, unfortunately you will no longer get that. It is closing August 18th now. So if you're a big Rip Ride Rocket fan, I am not personally because I think this ride needs to go. But if you really like it, come down, give it a one more ride. We will be coming down towards its closing day to give it one more ride because it's still an iconic part of this park and I would like to have one more ride on it because I don't ride it very often. Next up for the pass holders watching this video, over here at the Tonight Shop and then also the Passholder Lounge, we do have our second Epic Universe pin that has come out at this month. It is for Isle of Bert, so it seems like we're going to be going on the right, so I'd assume the next one would be Wizarding World. It is a pretty nice looking pin. Here's the back if you would like to read it. It's just the toothless one. It does mention that it is Isle of Bert themed at the top. Once again, they are releasing one for each land for Epic Universe in the coming months. So make sure if you're a pass holder, you get out here, get it early. Just make sure you get it. I do also think it's interesting over here in Central Park, they have put out Secret Life of Pets photo ops. So I know there's one back in the window up there. I spotted that a long time ago before these were out. I don't know if that's hinting towards a possible ride at some point. I wouldn't be surprised if we get the ride at some point. I know it's pretty popular over in Hollywood, and it looks like a decent little dark ride, so I wouldn't mind it. I also wanted to quickly mention there is no longer any smoking in the Universal parks. No, none of them at all. You will have to exit the park. I think they still have some out in City Walk. And for Epic Universe, you have to exit the park and head out the front if you do want to smoke. So no more smoking locations inside any of the Universal parks at all. They took Disney's approach on that one that I do really appreciate. And finally, we come back here to San Francisco for the Amity Island and the Jaws 50th celebration stuff. They have made a little area back here that I'll walk you guys around right now. Right now, you're going to be seeing the food booths in their menus. That it's cool that they're doing a whole thing like this. I think they really kill it sometimes with their special events, and I love seeing them do some full-on like food booths and stuff. And as you can see, this whole area is themed to obviously Amity Island. Some special tables and all that good stuff, with a couple special photo ops, including one that mimics the old ride that used to be here. That kind of, I think, hurts some people because it's like, oh, it used to be here. And then they also do have a shop with all the Jaws merchandise that is in the San Francisco Candy Factory. But again, I really appreciate them doing all this. I think this is super, super cool that they're doing this all just for an anniversary of a movie. Obviously a major movie, but they usually don't see this level of appreciation towards something that is just an anniversary of a movie. So it's super cool that they're doing this. If you're a big Jaws fan, you also will really like everything in this area, including the photo ops. And as we're over here talking about a special event, I thought we'd mention Horror Nights. Last night, as of the recording of this video, it's probably been a couple days now, they announced the first Horror Nights house, question mark? They announced Five Nights at Freddy's is coming. That I kind of saw coming. People were very upset when it wasn't announced last year. I'm very excited to see what they do with this. They did frame it kind of in a way that kind of sounds like they might be trying something different with this house. And I'm gonna give you my two theories on what that could be. I think one, it might not be a house at all, and it might be a restaurant. And that would be really interesting if they built a temporary restaurant that's like the pizzeria with some scare actors and maybe some show scenes and stuff like that in there. The other one, and I think the much more likely situation here, is gonna be a more, if you were paying attention to the FanFest nights over in Hollywood, I think it could really be like FanFest, where we instead do like a walk through a house, but you're in a bigger group and it has some big show scenes. Again, the way it's phrased is kind of confusing. Obviously, it's probably been up on screen this whole time, because it could either mean that just Five Nights at Freddy's is you're experiencing it in a whole new way, or it could mean something completely new for Horror Nights. I've heard some random theories, but a lot of the things that you got to preference is first, it's at both Hollywood and Orlando, so you can't be stuff with like the Dead Coconut Club because that doesn't exist. Same with the escape rooms. I think they did just open those over in Hollywood, but they specified that this is a Horror Nights thing. Doesn't feel like it would be a City Walk thing. I don't see it doing Nightmare Fuel, and obviously a scare zone is not something new, so I don't think they would be doing that either. So it'll be very interesting. They said details will be coming out soon, so hopefully that comes sooner rather than later. As we're walking out of studios, I thought I'd also mention, once again, there is a pass holder and team member exclusive store here over in the Tribute Store location. It's Tribute Store-like, but it has a lot of discounted merch. So if you're one of the two and you want to be looking for merch for either a gift or just to get some more merch from Universal Orlando, come check it out. You can also check out our full video that we did right as it opened if you want to see more inside. As I'm heading over to Islands, on this walkway past Hard Rock and Twosomes, they do have a lot of construction walls up. This could be a lot of things. It could be already prepping for construction on Rip Ride Rockit, but I kind of doubt that with it being 2 months away. This could be just concrete work or foliage work too. So it'll be interesting to see when these come down, or if these are just for Rip Ride Rockit. I've now made it over here into Islands of Adventure, right back to Lost Continent, and we do have a How to Train Your Dragon layover for this area right now. So both that bridge thing, and then over here in this front shop here off to the left is full of How to Train Your Dragon merch. A lot of this is from over in Isle of Berk at Epic Universe, obviously, but some of it is exclusive to the new movie, including some toys and t-shirts and stuff like that. And then there also is a photo op over here of Toothless. Right up to the right of the kebab stand. I don't remember what normally is here, but they do have some props from the movie over here. I think super cool, including the two main costumes. And then they also do just have some cool, like, props and stuff back here. Pretty cool little area. Some pretty exciting updates here from Universal Orlando. Again, the one I was most excited about was last night for me, probably a couple days for you guys for that Horror Night announcement. Very curious to see what it ends up being. Again, let me know down below if you have an idea of anything that it could be. It also could just be a house that I'm perfectly fine with, but I would like to see some changes in this year. I thought last year was just okay. It felt very low budget, so I hope this feels a little bit higher budget. Scare zones are a little bit better, and they also just do some more unique stuff. Again, I think this whole How to Train Your Dragon and Jaws stuff going on is super unique. I love that Universal Orlando has been kind of doing these like special event type things where they're just like overlaying a little area and putting some effort into it and putting out some special merch. I think it really uniqueifies your kind of experience to the parks. Being like, oh, I went when it was Jaws 50th kind of thing. So it's super exciting. I'm so excited for Horror Nights this year. Kind of sad that Rip Ride Rockit's going, but not really. I gotta be honest, I'm perfectly fine with that thing going away because I just don't really like it. I think it's a rough coaster. They took away most of the music. I'm very excited to see what happens there. So thanks for watching. I hope this video brought a little bit more joy into your day, and we'll see you guys next time.